Hey guys, and welcome to the Full English Breakfast with the Brits, naturally a British show that myself and Ace are here to talk through a number of topics, some things related to Britain, some more to Siege themselves. I'm Des, this is Tim, Ace of Pyrite Lever. We've had some fun this R6EUL stage so far, Tim, so it feels nice to sit down and do a good old classic English breakfast show, doesn't it?
I mean, we love a good breakfast show in Britain, don't we? We're all about them, so yeah, we thought let's try and bring the format in, and we're just going to talk about, like you say, lots of different things. We're going to have a bit of fun, we're going to be a bit serious and check out how the stage has gone and things like that. All sorts of stuff to cover.
So we've got some crumpets, we've got some
I mean, you
tea.
can't have a breakfast show in Britain without crumpets, can you?
The thing is, we had a massive debate and argument about this the other day, so much so that it went on Twitter.
Serious disagreement.
About what goes on crumpets. In fact, it was me, you and Flute walking to the studio, wasn't it? And we said something like, I have them with cheese spread. They were horrified.
Nobody has them with cheese spread.
And then Flute weighs in and goes, I have it with ham. And you were like, what?
Just as wild. Honestly, I thought I was here with fellow British people, but, you know, obviously not.
But do you just have just butter?
Just butter.
That's too boring.
Straight up.
Just when I thought I really knew who you were, this kind of information
Just when you think you know a guy who goes and puts cheese spread on his crumpets.
Let's take a look at this first tweet, because it was an interesting one from Gucci Chai Waters. There are some very difficult to read names on this tiny little screen. But the first one says, hungry to pull out Monty, plays to clutch the rounds. Surprisingly true, because G2 did start running that Monty for a while.
Really did. And initially, I would say, to good effect. I think that was a good call. You know, it was before we saw it brought out. And like I say, initially, it had that little bit of a shock factor. I think teams weren't necessarily prepared for it. But what we did see, to be fair, was teams very quickly adapt. I think it was UnMute. It was 7-5 ultimately, was it? Oh, no, it went to overtime. It was 8-7 to G2. They won it in the very last round, and the Monty just wasn't as effective as we'd seen it be previously, and you got a strong feeling that UnMute had been able to prepare for that, and they had the strategy ready to deal with it. But it was at that point in the season, gotta say, it was a very good shout to predict that.
He's played everything this stage as well, Hungry. It feels like he's had the Monty to begin with, then we saw the Ying coming out, the Capitao, the Lion that's getting increasingly popular these days because he's got the Gon 6 as the secondary. So it's always good to see, you know, a good prediction coming right there. Absolutely spot on. We did see the Monty for quite a while.
We did.
The second one coming in from Union was that Ace quits casting to become a pro player and wins SI 22. Now, that's quite a far out window. We did try and restrict things to the end of this stage being true, but Ace...
I mean, we also tried to restrict things to things that might actually be true or accurate.
Hey, well, look, you might be thinking about quitting to become a pro to win SI 22.
I mean, Union is trolling here. He's trolling like he trolls my ELO. He's played quite a bit of rank with me. He knows I'm not winning Invitational anytime soon. I promise everybody, I'm going to stick to casting. I know where my side of the line is. I know where my lane is, and I'm going to stay in it. I'm not going anywhere.
We talk about playing, but don't really do too much of the playing, at least to a high level ourselves. And then Sir Zigzalot came out and said their predictions for the top 4. We said 4, I think, not 5, yet they've included 5 teams here. Secret, G2, BDS, NAVI, Empire. Now, the reason why we thought this one was particularly relevant was because they've got 4 of the teams almost
It's
right.
just that Secret play that came in. Obviously, expecting a little bit more. Secret struggled with consistency a little bit. It's reasonable. They've had some roster changes. It's going to take time for them to bed in, but there is promise there. That much is for sure. But been a couple of results maybe not gone their way, and they haven't quite managed to get themselves into those the battle for those top 4 spots. But as you say, now then, this one, we're saying at the minute that it's looking good. And I think the favour does sort of sit with NAVI a little bit.
They've got to play
very
BDS.
close. They need to match or better what Vitality do. And that's why I say the favour sits with NAVI, because even if they match what Vitality does, then NAVI goes.
It's a 2-point difference, right?
Yeah, I think, like I said, so long as they match them, it's there or thereabouts. We need Hap here, really. But yeah, I think NAVI have got a slight edge at the minute. So G2, BDS, NAVI, Empire, you're looking good.
Keep an eye out on Twitter as well to see when we look for more of those hot takes, maybe a little bit earlier next time, and we'll get to see how many of you guys end up right come the end of Stage 3 when relegations are in the mix. That's when you know it's going to get really, really spicy. Now, tweet number 4 was talking about those 4 teams potentially in the top 4. We had a good chat about NAVI. Well, how about we have a talk to a couple of their players? We've got NATH and DOKI ready to go through a remake of a penalty shootout, because why wouldn't we after how the Euros ended? Let's get them up on screen. So now we're into our next segment. We've got the two boys from NAVI here with us, NATH and DOKI, to recreate what was an uneventful game between Scotland and England. We'll see how these two can face off in a quiz, a battle of the wits, you might say, as they both get 5 questions each. But before that, boys, how are you doing? DOKI, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Nath, on your side, looking forward to beating DOKI in a quiz?
Of course, mate. That's what I'm here for.
Any opportunity
That's what
to
he
do
lives
so.
for. The old rivalry kicking in.
Just beating DOKI. I mean, I imagine in game, you know, you guys must be competing at some point on kills or something, no? Knowing what DOKI's like, anyway.
Yeah, like every scrim, every real game, if I'm not top of the board, there's a problem, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way Nathan's possibly topping me.
He's here for himself, I'm here for the team. That's what we're two different people.
And that's alright, that's totally fine.
I really expected DOKI to bite back with them. That's a loser's mentality, Nathan. Never be top of the leaderboard saying something like that, but no, pretty tame, pretty tame. All right then. So, just like a penalty shootout, we've got 5 questions for each here. We'll see who prevails. Is it England for Nath or Scotland for DOKI? DOKI, you're first here with this question. What was the name of the operation that saw Villa added to the game?
Got him stumped already. Question 1.
Ooh, you can't phone a friend, I'm afraid, mate.
Wait, what operators came with Villa?
Maestro and Alibi.
Alibi.
Oh, that gives it away.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
All right, Ace should phone a friend there. All right.
Operation. Oh, come on, man. I'm close there with the operation.
I feel like Nath knows this as well.
I think I know, but then I don't look like an idiot if I say
wait,
it.
is it? I'm just gonna go Ember Rise. I don't know, man.
No, it was Operation Parabellum.
Ah, God's sake.
I'm going to say what I was going to say.
Now, what were you going to say, Nath? I want to hear now.
I was going to say Operation Chimera.
Chimera.
Chimera?
That was the one with Outbreak. That was the one that was out. I don't think there was a map for that one.
All I'm saying is, both of you have showed your lack of history knowledge when it comes to Siege so far.
Well, DOKI has put his first shot wide of the goal. That's what we do know.
Well done, DOKI.
Okay, that's fine. The comeback's on.
You know, I'm sure that's probably fairly accurate for a Scottish penalty shootout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Nathan will get the next one wrong as well, so there's no problem.
All right, let's find out.
First question for Nath then. It's Siege related as well. Nath, how many 6 Invitationals have been played on PC?
Oh dear. It's still unfair advantage because he's played the game a lot longer than I have.
It's a tough one because there is that. That's the thing. I've specified PC because there's that Xbox element thrown in. But
I'm thinking 2016, 2015 were the Xbox ones, but I think.
All right. Where do you guess? You've got 10 seconds.
I guess. Wait, what was the question again? Is how many have been played?
How many? Yeah, how many?
4. I'll go with 4.
4.
I thought it was since.
I'd say 5.
We've had 5. The first
yes, come on.
2017 was PC and Xbox. And then it's been PC there ever after 2018.
Nath, you put it straight down the middle. The keeper's just kicked it straight out there. No effort really required. And lucky, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a little trick question for you there, Ace. I don't think Xbox had its own invitational. It's both. They've all been mixed, haven't they?
Yeah, it was 2017. They played both. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm getting trick questions now. That's what's happening.
Is that as hard as it gets? Probably not. DOKI, next question for you. When was the last time Scotland beat England in a game of football?
I'll
give you a hint. I'm not even sure you were born at the time.
No, I don't think I was born. maybe even you weren't born, mate. I don't know. I actually don't know, man.
Have a guess.
1996. I don't know.
Just shy.
Just short.
99.
I was born.
That was pretty close.
On.
I wouldn't have got that either.
To be fair, neither did I until Ace looked it up, so fair enough, understandable.
Question number 2 for Nath then. Nath, this is a bit of geography thrown in now. What is the name of the most southerly point in mainland Britain?
Southerly point.
I think I know what it'll say.
The point further south.
Why don't I get this question? Like, come
well,
on.
I don't.
GeoGuessr.
Further south.
Yeah.
It's in Cornwall. That's the...
Oh, okay, yeah. It's something end. It's something end, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say that, but I won't say anything else.
Oh, I forgot what it's called. It ain't gonna be this, but Devon.
Nah.
DOKI?
No, I actually
What
don't
is
know. I actually don't know. It's down the left bit, innit?
To be fair, even I didn't know that one.
Really?
Where
I'm obviously just old.
what is the lizard? Like I thought it was Land's End as
Lizard
well.
Point. No, Land's End is the furthest west.
Is it?
Yeah. Land's End is the furthest west.
Today I learned.
Wait, but it is on the west coast, right? It's down the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't know.
Also, one I had no idea about either guy, so don't worry about that. DOKI, this one you might get because it's this one is one you can put it in the top right corner. A real.
If you think about this one, it's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious.
I honestly think you can get this one. So the question for this one is: which primary weapon has the highest rate of fire in the game? Primary weapon as well. I'll stress.
Like, come on, man! I play like 3 operators. Like,
You guys do a lot of
know
guns, though, right? So just think about which ones get you down the fastest.
Yeah, which one kills
Wait,
you the
wait.
fastest?
Is it attack or defense?
I think there's 2 operators with it on defense. Maybe 1 on attack.
Is it the SMG-11?
It's
No,
almost
primary
like
weapon.
it's almost like I stressed twice the word primary.
Oh,
just to make
primary
sure
weapon.
you didn't do that.
Wait.
Primary
Wait.
only. Yeah, none of the crazy SMG-11 is a primary
Oh
weapon.
no, man!
He still
I
doesn't
don't
know.
know.
Think about
No.
it. Think about it. 2 operators with the same gun on defense.
Nath, it's because he doesn't play him. Do you know what it is, Nath? Have a guess, because DOKI can't get it. He's out of time now.
I think it's the Vector, isn't it?
It is the
Correct.
Vector at 1,200 rounds per minute.
Wait, no. Again,
How can you not
Ace-
come in with the Vector, dog?
Primary weapon.
Ace
Come
is playing
on,
his tricks.
wake up.
Ace is playing his tricks. Ace said 2 primary weapons on defense and 1
Yeah.
on attack. Who
Lion.
has the Vector on attack? No,
Lion
he
has
doesn't,
it.
mate.
Maybe 1 on attack.
I said
No, he
maybe.
doesn't.
I wasn't sure if
He said
Lion's got the
maybe.
Vector.
You're kidding. You've completely.
I'm pretty sure Lion's got a Vector.
You see, that's the English bias right there. You're trying to save Nathan.
That's
You're trying to save
yeah,
Nathan.
100% it, mate. We're definitely trying to sabotage this all the way through.
Right,
100%.
question 3
Yeah.
for Nath. Question 3 for Nath. With 99 rounds played on this site so far, up to date, which is the most played site in EUL so far in 2021? So including stage 1 and 2, which is the most played site? And I'll give you a clue. The 2 most played maps are Consulate and Clubhouse. They're the 2 most played maps. So which is the most played site?
I go with Basement on Clubhouse, Church Arsenal.
You're right.
Mm.
Nathan's
Oh,
in with a
it's
big, that's a big
unbelievable.
answer.
DOKI's
Back of the net.
tattoos. Look at him.
He's
Back of the
rocked
net.
over here.
To be honest, I was actually going to say Basement on Oregon, but then you cheated again and gave him the map. So, whatever.
It's not like we cheated and gave you some information about who has the guns.
Yeah, wrong information. You give me wrong information.
Unbelievable. All right then. Okay, this one you should be able to get if you're as patriotic as your profile picture changing
I
tendencies
tried
are
to
on
throw
Twitter.
an easy one in for you.
This one should be easy. To the nearest million, what is the population of Scotland?
Now, I'll say as well, it's quite close to a 500,000. So if you get the value below or above, we'll give it you.
5 million. I'd say
Correct.
Scotland's 5
See,
million.
there you
Correct.
go. That's the man that knows.
I think it's 5.45. So if you'd have given us 6, we'd have given you that one as well.
All right, fair
Wait,
enough.
really? I thought it was less than that. I thought it was like 4.9.
No, I think
Oh,
it's 5.4. Well, I looked last night anyway. It was 5.4.
We're talking about
Scottish
population,
people-
not your height here, DOKI. Come on.
Yes, thank you. Scottish people have been busy this year,
Decent.
apparently. Yeah.
Not much else to do, mate, to be fair, have they? Let's be honest.
Question number 4 for Nath, then a bit more geography for you. You can have a little bit of a guess at this one if you're not sure, Nath. Which is the most northern of these English cities? Manchester, Liverpool, or Leeds? Which one is most northern?
I'm pretty sure Leeds is just below Manchester, so I'm going to go Manchester.
I thought it's Liverpool, no?
No, Leeds
both
is
wrong.
the furthest north.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, Liverpool is the
Oh.
least. It's Liverpool, then Manchester.
Yeah, I knew Liverpool was the Leeds. I thought Leeds was below Manchester.
Is that one each? So
I should have got
That's
Bayern.
one each, yeah. We're coming into decider territory now.
And here's one that DOKI might be able to get. So how many times have NAVI, as NAVI, not any other team name, won the ESL Premiership or UKIN?
Okay, wait. How many times have I won it? Does anyone know?
I don't care to remember that information, to be honest, mate.
I think it'll be one more. I think you've won it once. Did you win it once as Eminem? So I think you've won it once outside of NAVI.
Yeah,
so
throwback to the old Secret versus Eminem rivalry. God.
Yeah.
Okay, then in that case, NAVI should have won it.
Don't bottle it.
I want to say 3, but I'm only going to say 2. I'm going to say NAVI won it 2 times as NAVI.
Okay.
Oh, it's 3.
Said 3.
It's 3. You're kidding me. Oh, no. I thought
He's just getting
2.
flashbacks to when I beat him in the Prem Finals, that's why.
Yeah, I thought I was only... I thought we won it twice with Eminem. Oh, it must only be once. God damn.
Oh, mate, that's a real sitter.
That opens the door now for Nath to come in and take
Here we go.
It does.
Here's a big one. Right, we're looking at special events in the game, Nath. The special events that we have.
Special.
To win the game, to win the shootout, you need to
There's
name
no chance.
both of the Halloween events that we've had.
That's so easy.
Nath doesn't look like it's so easy. So let's add the pressure.
dear.
Let's add the pressure. We tied at this point.
Yep.
If Nath can't get it, DOKI gets an opportunity to close out and win with a steal.
Wait, actually, I don't think I know it.
It's so easy,
Halloween
is it, DOKI? Go on then, Nath, what are you saying?
I don't know, like, I swear, like, we just always called them Halloween events. Oh, well, they've actually got names for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
God.
I
Think
know,
about the most
I know
recent
one of them
Can
is
you think-
where
Can you think about the most recent one and what it was and what it was based around?
all I remember is one on Theme Park where you, like everyone has a sledgehammer.
Yep.
That's the only one I remember.
What's it called?
Nathan.
I ain't got a clue, mate. Just end it.
Let's end it,
Ooh.
DOKI. Any ideas? Can you swoop in?
That one's called
Go on.
Doctor's Curse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you can
true.
name
Yeah.
the most recent one that we've just had
You
a
win.
few months ago. Well, it's about 7, 8 months ago now.
Oh.
You win.
It's the TDM Candy Crush shootout thing.
What's the name of
called?
it?
What was it called?
What's the name of it? You can't just call it that.
Is it Trick or... Oh, God. It's...
So close.
So
wait,
close.
Wait, it's...
This is agonising to watch.
It's so painful.
Wait, can I swoop back in?
Wait, no, you can't swap back in, man. You gave
I
up.
can swoop back in.
It's like if you want to
It's-
swoop back in,
it's-
neutralise
If you want to
it.
swoop back
Trick
in.
or treat, isn't it?
No.
Tri-
Bless Nath, he was so confident in that. He was like, I've got it.
No.
I just thought I had it there.
Come on, boys.
Is it... It's Candy...
No.
No.
You're on the right
It's-
sort of track, but not quite.
It's... come on, guys. Just give me the answer.
Sugar Fright.
DM me on Twitter. Sugar Fright. It's close to what I said. That's a point for me. Let's go.
DOKI just decides
It's
that he
close to
wins
the
at that
No.
point.
But what do we do now? We didn't really prep for the situation where
We
were
didn't
both
think
so
about a
rubbish,
tiebreaker.
we
I mean,
got
maybe we
one-on-one.
just need to call it a tiebreaker. DOKI and Nath are as good as each other. I don't know.
They won't be able to settle for
Well,
that.
it's not true though. Even better.
I do have a bonus question for you, though, Nath, which can give you the unofficial title if you want to take it.
There we go.
I'm
Problem
all
solved.
ears.
Welcome to English Bias, DOKI. The question is, how many times did DOKI change his profile picture during the Euros 2020?
Ooh.
Wait, if Nathan gets this wrong, can I get?
Well, I think
can I
the
answer?
I'll tell you what, if he
question
gets
is-
it wrong, DOKI wins. If you get
Right,
it right,
I think the question is more specifically though, how many different international flags did DOKI
Yeah.
use for his profile picture?
Yeah.
How many flags did he use?
if you get it right, you win. If
Throughout
you get it
the
wrong,
Euros.
DOKI wins.
Well, he didn't use it in the group stage because he still thought his country had a chance. And then when they got knocked out, it was Ukraine, Denmark, Italy. So 3.
You've
Is it?
thrown
Well,
it, mate.
who's
It was
one?
4.
No. Well, he's actually right because one of them was the Scotland flag, and that's not international. That's my home country, innit? So
Oh, now you're going
guess
to
he's
take
actually
the
right.
answer.
Thank you for the win.
I mean,
Jack,
I'm happy to
thank
call
you.
Nath the winner on that.
All right, fair enough. DOKI. I DM'd DOKI about this earlier and he told me 4, and I was like, yeah, you did
If
Scotland as
DOKI's
well.
discounting Scotland himself, what can we do?
Yeah, that's fair enough then, DOKI. You've thrown it away. Nath, you have once again proven that you are the better player at a quiz, rather than so much
Thank
in
you.
Siege in this case. But we'll take it in Siege as well. Boys, great fun. You're both pretty crap at quizzes we found out today, but fair effort.
No, you
Yeah,
don't
thanks,
worry,
mate.
It's a good effort. It's a
That's
good
what
effort.
that's
Well
what
played,
counts.
boys.
That's what makes it.
some
Yes, sir.
biased English questions.
Look, we gave you several aimed towards Scotland.
Yeah, and one of them was like, what was one of them? Some nonsense about the football
3
name.
lines on the shirt, mate.
I wasn't even born yet. Come on, like, do you think I'm reading that one up in the textbook? Like, no, of course not.
Oh, with all the lip that you gave during the Euros, mate, I thought you might have, but apparently not. Apparently not. But boys, look, it's been great fun having you both on. Really appreciate you jumping on for this, and look forward to maybe doing one again in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. See you later,
Cheers,
boys.
We'll be back for round 2. Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Leon, wicked to have you with us, mate. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Des. It's good to be back with the UK lads.
Oh, down
and,
on the full English, mate. You've got to be with the Brits, haven't you, all the way through. Now, we've got a little bit of fun to have for you. We've got 3 things that we're going to put to you as an idea. Me and Ace are going to argue back and forth on a little bit. And then you get to say the infamous quote, get in the bin or it's not in the bin. The choice then goes entirely down to you. You remember how many historic moments there are of Leon screaming that, Ace?
Too many.
I remember the one on Twitter where you put your microphone to like max exposure. Get in the bin! I was like, oh my God. Imagine if you're in a game and you
It's
heard
a real
that.
headphone warning, is that?
Need to give more warnings in future, Leon. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I nearly broke my mic because of that one.
That wouldn't have surprised me too much. So the first one we've got for you, no surprises at all. It's Coastline. I'm not a massive fan of Coastline personally. I think it's chaotic, and you really helped cement my opinion because you said something like, oh, we played it yesterday in GSA and we just said, look, pick whatever ops you want, have a run around, have some fun. And I was like, that just goes to tell you how teams think about it. So to me at least, it belongs in the bin.
See, that comes in beautifully as to why I like it. You've just said it there, Des. Let's grab some ops, run around and have some fun. And Coastline is one of those maps where everybody just turns up. It's a great leveler. Have some gunfights. Just get in there. You just see all the aggressive players. You see things like Amaru going in through hooker window and taking a couple of kills out. You know, you don't always get that same rinse and repeat that you get everywhere else.
Absolutely. Well, Leon, what's your take on it? You saying it's in or it's out?
Well, Coastline as a map is pretty terrible in my opinion, so I think it should get in the bin.
Yes! Oh, no way!
I'll take that one. Yeah, Coastline should be long in the bin, mate. Like, everyone's calling for it to get swapped out the map pool. Not that it'll happen, of course. Maybe. We'll never know. But it's one of them that I look at and just think, yeah, let's get on some more structured maps and really see what teams are all about.
Well, it can still stay for me. Next up, Leon, we've gone a little bit more British for you, obviously. You know, we're on the Breakfast with the Brits. So we are going to discuss. We're going to try and put this one to bed, finally. It's gone round and round on Twitter. Beans on toast. Where are you standing, Des?
See,
what's your feeling with a bit of beans on toast?
Personally, a massive fan, but you've got to put like brown sauce on there and cheese on there as well. You've really got to turn it into a dish, not just bread.
Technical, you see.
See, not just bread, I could do it that way. I could do it just plain beans on toast. That's fine, but you've got to make a real meal out of it, right? And look, your good mate Shattered, I know he's massively into beans on toast, so much so that he got himself a plate on the post-show of UKIN. So if you're not into this, I'm baffled, but what's your take? Because you strike me as someone, despite being from the north, that's quite...
For me, what I'm going to try and argue for here is what I want Leon to put in the bin is I want him to put in the bin all the extra messing about that needs to go with it. Ooh. For me, just hit me with some straight up toast, some beans on top, a little bit of salt. You don't want that toast cooked too much. It's got to be done just nice. I'm talking hot bread, basically. A little bit of butter, beans. I don't want the cheese, I don't want the brown sauce, I just want to keep it nice and simple.
Yeah, but you're going as far as like, let's go to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, order beans on toast, and that'll be, the description will be like, cooked to perfection, golden toast with a sprinkle of salt. That's what you sound like describing that.
I want some real, like, cordon bleu beans on toast.
I'll tell you what, let's get Leon's answer, and then I want to hear what he really thinks about it. So Leon, in or out, what are we saying?
Well, personally, I'm not really a big fan of it in general. But I think, you know, it's still a nice thing to have here, but it's your own choice. So for me, I think it doesn't go in the bin. If you enjoy it your own way, you enjoy it your own way.
Okay.
So very pragmatic. I
like
it.
That is the most peaceful I think I've ever heard you be about something, Leon. Normally,
yeah, well, I'm a peaceful guy.
Hot takes.
The thing is, we've got to back up the beans on toast, haven't we? Because we get so much heat on Twitter from the rest of the world about the beans on toast that we've got to back them up.
You think it's justified hate, Leon, that we get for it?
We just can't let America win.
That's it, mate. That's it. Well, Leon, really appreciate you jumping on with us, mate. And of course, we love hearing more about the get in the bin, get out the bin kind of stuff. So next time round, we'll really go hell for leather for it. Cheers, mate.
No problem, mate. Always fun.
It's always good having a chat with Leon as well. He's one of the kind of the originals, isn't he? Because I imagine back when you and I were casting in the UK a lot, Leon was the guy that you'd see normally in a Team Secret jersey at every single event.
Oh yeah, he's always been around the scene. The thing is with Leon as well, we've even seen him step into a little bit of casting and all sorts of stuff. So he's been on all sides of it, and he's always a lot of fun.
He's a good lad, Leon. Bless him. Big thank you to him, of course, for jumping in and doing that one with us. Now, for our final segment, we've got a look at some British language or phrases that we use in the British language that can sometimes baffle an international audience and at other times leave even those of us in the country seemingly at war with one another. Some of them in casts will get used and I'll be like, what the bloody hell is that, Ace? So we'll have a good talk through one of our first phrases. And you used this and I thought you'd just like forgotten what you were talking about.
I'm
you
a
used the
nightmare
word
for doing this.
You used the word afters in a sentence and I thought you were like you just failed like after meal or something like that. So explain to us, what is afters?
Well, this is why we've done this segment, because I'm a bit of a nightmare, and I always realise it at the time, but I'll say something on cast when I'm just talking quickly, and then I think, oh, that was really regional, like to where I live, and people probably have no idea what I'm talking about, and I always bring it back and try and explain it. But yeah, afters was the one that like brought this to mind, and the reason that we did this. So I can't remember exactly the situation, but I think somebody had got one kill, or they damaged somebody, and they went back in to try and close it out, get the kill, but I think they lost their own life. So I said, he's gone back in for a bit of afters. He's had his main meal. He's gone back in for a bit of afters. And afters simply means dessert. And the thing is, you accidentally sort of picked up on it and you went, oh yeah, he's had some dessert there, but not knowing that's actually what
I was trying to save you bacon, basically.
Yeah, that's it. And it was like, but no, yeah, where I'm from in the north of England, we'd say, do you want some afters? And it basically means you've had your meal. This comes after it.
Do they say that in restaurants?
It's really quite simple.
Do they say
no,
no,
it's not really like a restaurant thing.
Right.
It'd be like your nan at home, like your grandma would say that at home and be like, do you want some afters? And yeah, it's not something you'd probably say. It's a bit too...
Is your nan still giving you desserts, is she, Ace?
Well, somebody has to.
And washing your clothes while you're there?
No, she's not.
Why these headphones in your jeans, Ace?
But yeah, that's what afters means. So you have your meal and then you'd have something after it. So it's afters.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. We'll take that one. Still bizarre to me, but we'll take it. The second one we then got is humdinger. Now, this is one that we've used on cast a good number of times, I think. I haven't used it much personally, but I know that you're quite a fan.
Yeah, it's another one of those. It basically means a big game. It's something that's going to be really exciting, something to look forward to. Sort of, I'd say, like an equivalent of like a barn burner. It's going to be a real humdinger. These two are going to go at each other.
I did actually look up the official definition for that. Well, it's unofficial. It's slang it's taken as, but it has actually got a definition of a remarkable or outstanding person or thing of its kind.
Exactly. You're going to come in, it's going to be something special.
So it's a remarkable or outstanding game when it's used in the context of casting, which I can get behind. I agree with that. One of my favourite ones and ones that I chucked in here was Larry as well.
I'll let you explain this.
Oh,
it's not one I use too much.
Really?
I think it's more... I do use it from time to time in the, if the context dictates.
I think we're mostly the same, but it is one of my favourite ones. Like you say, oh, it's getting a bit Larry in here, or oh, it's getting a little bit Larry in the bar, or whatever. Normally it means things are getting a little bit crazy, a little bit loud, or it's getting out of control.
A bit agitated.
Yeah, when it's like not to the point that it's like a big fight or hasn't broken down into something that serious. It's when there's tension building.
There's a bit of tension there.
It's a bit Larry.
It works quite well in Siege. If you get that big, like 20 seconds to go, Church and Arsenal, we always call it the bloodbath, but that 10 seconds before you get to that point, there's a shot or two exchanged. Oh, it's getting a bit Larry now. Yeah,
it's just such like a casual term. I just love it. It's just Larry. So no, it's really nice. And the final one, did it cause an argument or was it a intense debate? It got a bit Larry in that conversation.
It got a bit Larry.
So, in the UK, there is something that everyone around the world, I imagine, knows as a bread roll, right? It's like it's not really a sandwich, is it? Don't dare say it's a tea cake, 'cause I know you want to say it's a tea cake. It's like it's a roll of bread.
It is a tea cake for anybody from Northern England.
It's kind of like a burger, but it's not. It's like a soft bread roll.
Imagine the roll you'd have a burger in, yeah. Something that you cut in half, you put something inside of it.
Yeah,
and
it's a cob, yeah.
See, it's not a cob, it's a tea cake.
But it is a cob. See, the thing is about this word, around the UK, very few people actually call it a roll. I call it a cob, and apparently I'm in the middle of the country. Across the middle part of the country, generally it's called a cob. Now, for some stupid reason, those in the north, such as Ace, will call it a tea cake. Now, there's already something else called a tea cake in the English language. It's that, like, chocolate-covered marshmallow thing with a bit of jam in.
It's like a chocolate ball, like a dome, like a chocolate dome with it's just filled with marshmallow.
So please explain to me how you can possibly justify also calling a roll or a cob a tea cake.
I mean, sometimes words have two meanings there. This is a thing that is possible. I'll
start calling coffee tea then.
Why not? The thing is, no, but that's a drink, isn't it? And it could be a soft
said a
drink, it could be a cold drink, a hot drink, a drink
Honestly,
could be many things, as can a
it's
tea
not a
cake.
tea cake.
Where I come from, the thing is, you say tea cake, you mean bread. Like you'd if you wanted one of the chocolate things, you'd have to specifically say a tea cake. No, I mean the chocolate thing with marshmallow.
So you've got
in
to
it. You'd have to
clarify yourself.
That, yeah.
That's the problem.
But the thing is, it's worth clarifying as well. There's not just 2 names for this. I think there's probably at
There's
least 10
batch,
or 12.
cob, roll,
Barm.
Is it barm cake?
Barm cake, oven bottom.
TK, oven bottom.
That's generally a bigger flat. It's like a bigger flat version. You use it for breakfast.
What is this?
You pile a load of bacon, sausage, beans on there. It's fantastic. It's the future. But there's literally, I think you could get 10 names for this one item, and it's really regional around the country, and we will fight in lumps over it. Like, we will argue something chronic over what is the correct name for it.
I think I understand now why a great portion of the world are either completely confused by us or just flat out hate us.
Just get tired of us on Twitter.
Imagine trying to learn, oh, here's a picture, what's the name of this item? Oh, it's a tea cake. Wrong, it's a roll. Wrong, it's a barm cake. Wrong.
Depending who's teaching you.
Honestly, it'll be an absolute nightmare. You just never be able to win, it feels like. But those are just a few of the words that we thought we'd pull out and have a bit of a chat about as well. I'm sure there are plenty more in future episodes. Maybe we'll get some suggestions from you guys as to words that you might come across and that might tickle your fancy and think, well, please explain what those are to us.
I see what you did there.
Tickle your fancy. I used, what was the other one earlier on? Save your bacon.
There you go.
There's a couple of phrases we can pull out, so if you've got any, please do let us know and we'll have some fun with them in future. But that is about all that we've got time for today. It has been great fun talking to DOKI and NATH, going through things with Leon as well, what's in the bin and what's not. We've gone through some of our favourite casting moments from the stage and ended on a bit of a debate about tea cakes, rolls and cobs and baps and everything else.
Well, you know, in typical British breakfast show fashion, we've just sort of gone wherever the path has taken us. We've just been led by that, and it's been a lot of fun. Like you said, it's been nice to just sort of sit down, a bit more casual, have a chat, and just have a bit of fun with it.
Well,
yeah,
I hope in stage 3 we get to do another one, because to speak to you guys about this kind of stuff, to sit with some crumpets, next time round there'll be cheese spread on there. We won't get into that argument right now. He'll enjoy it one day, I promise you. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Look forward to seeing you on a future Playday of R6 EUL, or potentially on a future episode. But until then, stay safe and see you soon.